talked about the Sanborns, who were Kansas Orchid Society members for a long time. Carlene was a judge. Wonderful, wonderful people. And has had a lot of deterioration in their health, and so finally had to close up their miraculous greenhouse. And so they had a sale, a greenhouse closure sale last month, and so my husband and I and Jana went up to their greenhouse. And so this is one of the plants that I bought. I love growing Mexipediums. I have several at my home, but this was Carlene's Mexipedium. I'm not going to tell you how much I paid for this. They're extremely expensive, because I guess they're rare. So they're only found in one place, apparently in Mexico. Anyway, yeah, they like to grow in a bulb pan. It would surprise me if I pulled this whole thing out and it had a total of 4 or 5 roots in the whole thing. They don't have very many roots. They don't like, even though they are, like a Mexipedium, they don't like to say soggy wet like frags and paphs do. They like to be watered, but then they like to kind of dry out. And they like to be, and they crawl all over the place. I don't know if you saw here, but I mean, oh my gosh, they climb all over the place. But I learned, I had one of my biggest one was in a goat feeder. And I'll show this to because I didn't. Whoop. There you go.
Oh, that's so adorable.
Yeah, they're just really darling little flowers. They're very fragile too. If you mess with them, they'll fall off. So you have to be careful with them. I had, my biggest one I had in a goat feeder, and it was crawling all over my quilting table. And so I divided it last December. It did not like that. Because I tried to pull it all apart and figure out where it started and ended, and I think that was my mistake. I think I should have just kept it up in a big bunch and just knocked off some media and just plopped it right in the next bigger container, or just cut it right down the middle. So anyway, I learned my lesson on that, but yeah, so there you go. That's my Mexipedium. Yeah.